Cutler Bay is probably one of the greatest cities in South Florida, for that matter, all of Florida to live in. You would think it's because of our proximity to the bay or to the Keys or all the jobs that are available just to the north of us, but really I think what Cutler Bay is about is the people.
Why did I plant my roots in Cutler Bay? It's because it's just a remarkable place to live.
The very first opportunity I had to buy a house and to kind of settle down and make my own life on my own, I didn't want anywhere else to go.
You have people in Cutler Bay that have lived here for over 50 years. And you have people that are just getting here. They're just buying homes, they're starting from scratch, and all of them are welcome.
So we moved here about 5 or 6 years ago, and we found a really nice house on the water, on the canal. We started planting our roots here. We now have 1 child. We're on our way with a 2nd child. So we really love the fact that there's a ton to do. There's golf cart parades, there's parks, there's activities for every fun holiday. So we really love it here.
It's one of the few communities that still maintain that small town atmosphere where your neighbors are your neighbors.
We do events such as the Halloween Spectacular event or the Christmas Golf Cart Parade or the 4th of July event. The turnout is amazing. I think we just recently had the Halloween golf cart parade, and it was probably almost a mile and a half of golf carts, close to 400 golf carts.
Right around where I live in Whispering Pines, every Halloween we have a trick-or-treat around the lake that draws over 5,000 people that trick-or-treat. You don't find this type of stuff anywhere else.
I'm very excited about our town becoming the 2nd in the state of Florida to become an age-friendly community. We have over 30 events each year as our commitment to seniors. We have the only regional senior games. We have people that come from Fort Myers, from Tampa to participate in the senior games. By creating this age-friendly action plan with my committee of volunteers, and then to be recognized by the World Health Organization is one of the proudest accomplishments that I feel that I've contributed to.
So the STEM summer camps is something that the town has been doing now for a few years. It's a program that is funded through the Children's Trust, targeted specifically towards middle school age children, where for the summer they come and they get to work hands-on with robotics. They get to work hands-on with a lot of science and technology equipment. It's completely free, no cost to you. One of the things that I'm most proud of as it pertains to education, and I recently did this, we toured the brand new facility at Cutler Bay Middle School. And it is beautiful, it's brand new. It completely transformed that space from the Cutler Ridge Middle School that I grew up knowing is now a brand new state-of-the-art. It's probably the nicest middle school facility that I've ever walked into in Dade County Public Schools. It's wonderful.
It was very unfortunate in a way, but maybe a blessing in disguise, that Frangio Park got as damaged as it did during Irma. But immediately the council pledged over $1.4 million and make it a state-of-the-art facility. We've updated the ball field, the irrigation system. We're updating the building out there that's going to house a brand new concession stand. Another exciting project that Cutler Bay is working on is the new canoe kayak launch that we're currently under construction at Lakes by the Bay. We'd say that's a great idea, but we can do bigger and better things. We've designed a trail that will eventually wind through that park with some pavilions, educational pavilions.
My vision of Cutler Bay is having the business around here develop to a point where our residents don't have to drive north anymore. I want the law firms to move down here, service industry to move down here. We've seen businesses open up, such as Party Cake Bakery. Winn-Dixie had their grand opening again. We've had a Panera open up. We have 2 new Publixes, are rebuilding one and building another one, getting a new Sergio's restaurant. But that's not enough. I really want to do all that we can to attract nicer restaurants, more entertainment down here.
George and I made a decision that we wanted to get out of the rat race, and we were in a big, tall building of Coral Gables, pretty much operating out of downtown Miami. Cutler Bay is not downtown Miami. Cutler Bay is what they wish downtown Miami would be. It's not high rise. It's genuine people. It's the investment of capital. It's good political structure. It's good policing. It's good schools. That's what Cutler Bay is. And we decided, I didn't even see it as a risk. I didn't see it as a risk at all. If you move into growth, you're going to grow.
In addition to the very short commute, which I live in the area as well, We found to be an additional kind of benefit the access and contact we have with the residents here of Cutler Bay. We've made a lot of friends and business associates just in the building itself in the immediate area.
One of the first things the council did when I came into office is we initiated a moratorium. Now, our moratorium's got three legs to it. The first one is traffic. I really don't agree with the way the traffic studies are being done now. They're slanted in favor of the developers. I want to make sure that the studies are representing really what's going on. The second part of this is the aesthetics, making sure that our codes and our building standards are uniform. And third, and probably the most important one, is the environmental. So we want to make sure that any new development, any new buildings are going to be cognizant of the challenges of our environment around us. There's a large parcel of land on Old Cutler Road. It's commonly referred to as the potato field. I don't know if there's ever actually any potatoes there or not, but that's what it's called. But it's 15 acres, and as of right, the developer could build 464 houses. This year, our council and our staff went ahead and initiated a land swap. So we traded this building that we're in right now for those 15 acres. So that means that what could have been 464 homes is now going to be what I'm going to call our Cutler Bay Central Park. Eventually, I would like to see our new town hall be there, a community center. That's the geographic heart of our town, and I want it to be the emotional heart of the town as well, where people will gather and build that sense of community to a greater level.
We are becoming a much more walkable community by putting in the infrastructure for sidewalks and trails and bike paths, that it's going to just help us become a more walkable, friendly community, that you don't have to get in a car to go everywhere.
Again, we are the only town in Florida, or actually one of two, that's rated a CRS 4, which means all of our residents save over $237 on average per year on their flood insurance. Over $1.8 million total saved because of the work that our staff does with our council in getting those types of awards. Years ago, we redid Caribbean Boulevard and we redid Old Cutler, and they're great roads now. And just recently, we're getting another $9 million from the county to redo Frangio Road. Not really widening it, just making sure that there's some turn lanes so traffic doesn't get backed up, have bus pull-outs so that people can go around the buses when they stop for that, and put curbs on it and make it look nicer. When we did that to Caribbean, the property values there rose about 10 or 15%, so we're probably gonna see the same thing there.
So we are at the Biscayne Bay Coastal Wetlands Restoration, which is off of Old Cutler and 184th Street. It's a unique area because it is part of Everglades Restoration right here in Cutler Bay. Through a very long process of about 5 years, with the involvement of the community, we actually convinced the South Florida Water Management District to buy these lands for the purpose of Everglades Restoration. And then through grants, now the area is being restored, and also through grassroots involvement with a lot of volunteers, hundreds of volunteers. So if Cutler Bay has these incredible lands that no other community in Dade County has, by highlighting what we have, we become stronger and we become more attractive to people that might want to live in an environmental town. And I think that's what's beginning to happen here.
One initiative that Cutler Bay has joined is Resilient 305. Our mayor, as well as mayors from throughout the county, signed on to this initiative to really emphasize so many aspects of protecting our environment for its own sake and also for the sake of the people that live here. We're also part of Tree City, and that involves planting natives, removing invasive species, and as we continue to improve our roads, we are making sure to provide shade trees, to provide shrubbery that both creates a beautiful road for people to drive on and contributes to the welfare of our community.
We all have to do what we can to try to keep our environment healthy and vibrant. And we want to make sure that not only is this place a great place to live for this generation, but also the future generations will have a great place to live as well.